Hello my friends, this is Chaos Angel, also known as Lord of Omni. We now have the Samurai ability overview that we are going to be taking a look at briefly. I want to try and see if I can actually get this done a lot faster, but that all depends on exactly just how good freaking Samurai is going to be. Because, oh my god, this is a job that I've literally been waiting for such a long time. I cannot stress enough when I say that Samurai has been one of the jobs I have been waiting for days to months to years. And the fact that it's a DPS is a bonus in and of itself. But I do apologize for my expression in the last video, and pretty much overall it's just that I'm quite tired at the moment due to work and so on and so forth. But in the long run, that doesn't matter because we have Samurai and we're going to be taking a brief look at Samurai. We're going to be watching Ms. Tech's battle system changes video for Samurai, even though it's not really a battle system change, it's more of a ability overview, or essentially tooltip overview. We're going to be taking a look at that, so I want you guys to make sure and going to the original video that's in the description and giving her a like. I'm going to be saying that pretty much every single second, or essentially in my intro or in outro of my video. So again, make sure to go to her video and like it. She went literally out of her way in giving us this information. Trust me, we are very thankful for it. Anyways, we're gonna just go ahead and start into this. I, for the life of me, have been wondering on just how big the damage for Samurai was going to be, and apparently they just literally kept their promise, because so far from what I have gathered, pause, damn it, of course it's not going to pause correctly. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my computer to literally decide when it wants to work. Alright, so let's go back real quick. As for what I was saying, I've just literally been wondering about exactly how the damage was due to what I saw from subreddit on Samurai after the live letter and various translations, or essentially the things that people have gathered and accumulated in terms of data from off the tooltips that they saw. And then of course there was my own speculations and whatnot, but it's just like when they said that Samurai was going to be a massive damage dealer, they were not joking. Because one of the skills that I saw in the live letter was apparently a skill that was literally 720 in potency. What? I'm just like, what the fuck? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. We have the first skill, Hakaze. Delivers an attack with a potency of 150, and to be honest, that's actually a nice potency amount with that TP. I can't help but wonder, I do believe all the other DPSs have only a potency of 100, so that is definitely just a plus right there already. And then of course the TP cost isn't too bad either. I do believe the only one who has that has like a high amount of TP cost is like Dragoon, for what I remember. And then there's Monk with about 60 on all of its skills, and I do believe Ninja is like 50. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that's not too bad. And then we move on into the next skill, which is Jinpu. Delivers an attack potency of 100, but combo potency is 280. Jesus Christ, that is already so much better in terms of second tier combo. Holy crap, son. Are you serious? If I remember correctly, like the second tier for, let me see here, what was it? For pretty much all other jobs was like around 190 to 200 or 240 at the least. So this is just like, my God, this is disgusting. Okay, third eye grants the open eye status, reducing the amount of damage taken by the next attack by 20%. Okay, it has a recast time of 15 seconds. Oh, this is only 3 seconds. Oh, well then you have to pretty much make sure that you very well know what attack is coming that's going to deal a lot of damage, or you freaking shit out of luck. But other than that, that recast time is not too shabby. And I am wondering about that open eye status. And then here we have a I swear I don't know when or what is wrong with me when I'm trying to pronounce Japanese words. Ageha delivers an attack with a potency of 250. Oh, this is our assassinate. Okay. 250 increases kinky gauge by 10 if it increases by 20 if it's a killing bow. Oh, that's nice. And 60 seconds in recast. That's 60 seconds though. What was ninjas? Because I do believe ninjas was like the highest, because I do know for a fact that bards was the lowest and had a good amount of potency in itself, but I would definitely have to look back on that. Still, okay. And we have Envy. Delivers a range attack with a potency of 100. It actually has another bonus of 300. Oh, wow. Yaten bonus potency is 300. I wonder what Yaten is. We'll be taking a look at that. But it just gets me. We literally have a ranged attack for the samurai, which is oh so nice. Has is about 160 in TP cost. I wonder what harpoon throw was in terms of TP cost and potency. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Because I am seriously wondering about some of that. Then we get our next second tier attack for what I can see here, Shifu. And again, 280, but this one reduces weapon skill, cast time, and recast time, and spell cast time, and recast time. Holy crap! And auto attack delayed by 10%. Oh, well, that's a lot. That's a lot of speed on pretty much every single thing that we're doing, and that essentially means, oh wow. That means that it also affects our Sen, our Iaijutsus. Ooh. So in the long run, that pretty much means that I'm not entirely sure what you would even go for first at this point. If you were going into like a leveling dungeon, because trust me, you're going to be going into leveling roulette and going into low level dungeons. So that's pretty much one of the first things that I'm thinking about in terms of my rotation as I'm going up to level 70. But it's just like, what would I even start with first? Would it be Jinpu or Shifu? I think I would use Jinpu first for the actual damage, and then Shifu in order to get my speed increase. Yeah, that would actually make a lot more sense because I would be dealing even more damage over time. And then I would get my speed increase as well as my damage increase up. Plus, not to mention, I'll pretty much I'll essentially be cycling through those. So it's whatevs. It's whatevs, guys. That's pretty nice. What do we have now? Our enhanced strength. And then we have next is Fuga. A attack that deals a potency of 100 to all enemies in a oh, this is our AoE. This is our first AoE skill with a potency of 140. I really want to try and compare some of these to Dragoon. To be honest, I'm not really thinking about Monk because in terms of damage, I know that Monk does a lot more damage than Dragoon, but that's definitely debatable at this point. I am not really sure anymore. But let's take a look, see here. What was, okay, MB. Okay. I can't find it right now. I cannot find it. Where in the world is it at? Requirements, Lancer. But for a skill like that with a potency of 100, that's not too shabby. And especially due to the TP costs. I'm still trying to wonder whether or not if that's really all that viable. Let's take a look at actions. I can't see it. Oh wait, I said harpoon throw. I'm talking about piercing talon. TP cost for piercing talon is 130. Oh, wait, what was MB again? Oh, that's actually quite a lot. Yeah, but what was the damage potency? 120. Okay, and the damage potency for MB, if I remember correctly, was 150. So that makes sense. That actually makes a lot more sense. I agree with that. That is fine. That is definitely fine. In terms of potency and then potency comparison, then that makes a lot more sense. And now here we get our third tier, our first third tier, which is Gecko. Deals a potency of 100, but with the comp. What? Are you serious? Literally freaking 400. What? That is disgusting. No! That already beats pretty much every DPS out of the water. No! Oh my god, my dog is looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That is literally our first third tier weapon skill, and it's 400 in potency. Are you serious? And then we have our Iaijutsu. This is level 30, so yeah. Executes a weapon skill depending on the current number of Sen, obviously. First Sen is called Higenbana. Second Sen is Tenka Goten. Third is Midare Setsugeka. Okay, of course. And then what do we have here? I like the look of the icon on this. Mangetsu. What? This is a AoE that goes off of Fuga. 200? Wow. Okay. And with the TP cost of 140. Okay, man. Alright. I see you. This job is ridiculous. And I say that due to the fact on how much potency it freaking has. Like, what the fuck? I mean, freaking Ring of Thorns is like 150. I need to charge my phone. Oh, we have Kasha. We have Kasha. Nope. Go back to that. Go back to that. We have Kasha. Let's see here. The next third tier, which is Kasha, delivers an attack potency of, oh my god, we have another freaking 400! What the fuck? This dude is ridiculous at 14 because of 50! What is with these numbers? What the fuck? Okay. What is with all of these numbers? And then we have Oka, which is another AoE. Are you serious? But it goes off of Fuga. Why? I see. Okay, wait a second. What does my what? I see you now. Okay then. So depending on which one that you use gives you a Sen. That makes sense. Oh, that is badass. You have AoEs that freaking grants you Sen along with your third tier weapon skills, as well as second tier. Oh wow, this job. Oh my god, I'm thinking about it right now. I don't know what it would be played. And then we have Menkyo's. Damn it! Every single time I start to say one word and trying to be fancy with it. Menkyo Shisui. And then Yukikaze, yes. This is, if I remember correctly, our second tier final Sen skill, which does a potency of 340. This job, what? No other DPS has a second tier that freaking powerful. What in the world with these numbers? And then, of course, it reduces target slashing resistance. Guys, this job, I can't handle this job anymore. I can't handle this job's potency. What are with these numbers? And then we have Hisatsu. Kaiten increases the potency next weapon skill to 150%! What? What? Excuse me? I'm gonna need you to reiterate that. What? Are you serious? What is with this number? What is that? I do not know. This thing is 150 for 50% for a weapon skill. If you were to even put that with me, Dare Setsu Gekka. It's literally 5 seconds to recast. That is not fair. That is disgusting. I don't even care if the Genki cost is 20. Oh my god, this video is gonna be long. This video, I am sorry guys, but this video is gonna be long. Has a duration of 10 seconds, but you are immediately going to be using that shit. Just put all of that freaking damage, target, slashing resistant. Oh, and then this oh. That is disgusting. That is not right. That is not right. Then we have Hisatsu Gyoten. This is my gap closer! This is the gap closer that I wanted! Yes! 10 seconds of recast. That is amazing. Are you serious? A freaking gap closer with 10 seconds? And does an actual potency of 100. That just blows out of... That blows every single freaking gap closer that I have ever seen in terms of potency. This job is amazing. Oh my god. Lord help me. Are you serious? Lord, this, no. And then we have Hisatsu Yaten. Delivers an attack potency of 100. We have a 10 yawn backstep. This job is freaking full of mobility. This is not right. What in the world is this job? Guys, what in the world is this job? I was seriously wondering just how mobile this job was gonna be, but this is ridiculous. You have 2 freaking cooldowns of literally a backstep and a freaking gap closer. Oh, and then a range skill. Wait a second. Delivers an... This is the skill that they were talking about, Yaten, and hence NB. And combos. Lord help me. No. No. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. If I see any more, I'm not going to be able to hold myself anymore. It has a cure. 1 second? Instantly 500. That's not too shabby. Not all that, but not too shabby. Okay, this is the open. Okay, it shares a recast timer for Starry Eyes. So we have literally 2 skills that we can use here. This is essentially a counter, I guess. Meditate. This is our 60 skill. Gradually increases kinky gauge. The duration is 15 seconds. Kinky gauge not affected when used outside battle. Oh, that sounds... Cancels auto attack upon execution. Ooh, okay. I don't know about that. I mean, sure enough, it's great and all, but you would need to make sure that, like, you're not doing, like, you're not even getting hit. This would pretty much only be usable when when a boss is pretty much not even targeted, or you're going through a form of phase that it pretty much makes the boss invulnerable, per se. Hisatsu Shinten. Ooh, this is my stab move. That was that stab move that I saw before, and it has a potency of 300. What? What? Increase. Ooh, this is my AoE. This is my favorite AoE. It does 150 on all enemies. What in the world is with this job in AoEs? This is ridiculous. It has so much fucking potential in a DPS. This is all I wanted. This is all I wanted. This is everything that I wanted. It has everything that I ever wanted with a sword wielding DPS. Just a DPS overall. A melee DPS for that reason. Jesus Christ, this job just has everything, son. However, it does not have any raid any like utility, but I don't even give any shits. I really don't. This job's damage potency is his unit utility. This job is ridiculous. And then we have Starry Eyes, the thing that goes with Open Eyes. Yep. This is our counter. This is typically a counter. You either decide whether or not you want to go ahead and go with the HP restoration, or you want to go ahead and counter attack and do some damage. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then we have Hagakure. Hagakure, I mean. Convert Setsu, Getsu, and Ka into Kinki, and each sin converted increases your Kinki gauge by 20. Can only be executed if under the effect of at least one of the three stances. Okay then. So it doesn't really even matter exactly which sin you even have. It just depends on exactly how many you even have. And that's actually freaking ridiculous. You generate about 60 freaking generate about 60 Kinki. That is freaking ridiculous. And then we have our last Hisatsu, which is known as Gurn, has a recast time of freaking 2 minutes. Holy crap. Delivers an attack to all enemies in a straight line before you with the potency. No, that's not right. What the fuck? Delivers. Delivers an attack potency of 800. What the? No! What? This job? No! Are you fucking kidding me? This is just about literally. What is one skill that literally has the highest potency in the entire game in terms of damage? Because this is pretty much beating it out of the water right now. This is a cooldown that literally does 800. What even is this job? This is a black mage for freaking melee. This is literally a fucking black mage for melee, son. I don't even know what I'm at a loss. I am actually out of a freaking loss. I don't even care about the rest of that shit. I don't care. I really don't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. I'm done with this whole entire job right now. I don't think I can even watch anymore. Okay, so the Sen skills. Right now, my dog is just literally wondering what the fuck is going on right now. Higanbana delivers an attack potency of 240 and does. Oh, so this is our damage over time. At least we actually have one. I was actually beginning to think we weren't going to have any, and to be fair, I really don't even think we need one. After seeing that, I don't believe we need one. And then, of course, we have Midare Setsugeko with 720. And then we have Tenka Goken, which is oh, this is an AoE that does 360. Okay. Actually, that makes a lot of sense due to the actual size of that skill, so I shouldn't even be surprised. Alright. I don't know if I'm even ready to look at the next video, guys. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna be taking a look at Merri's video, because I did see I was gonna try and take a look at Mr. Happy's video on Samurai, but it seems as though from the Red Mage video it wasn't really all that in depth, so I can only wonder that it's gonna be the same from here on out for all the other videos. So I was trying to see whether or not if I can find a video that was more like literally showing some of the tooltips going in depth in the job itself. So yes, this is very Merri, another Final Fantasy 14 YouTube YouTuber that actually has some fun content. He generally is pretty much a goober in some ways, shape, or form, to be perfectly honest. You should definitely check him out. Literally a funny dude, cool one. Take a look at his stuff. Also, make sure to give a like and subscribe if you find any of the stuff that he has to offer for you interesting and very well catches your fancy. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get into his hands-on samurai gameplay and see for what he has to offer for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to an exclusive first in-depth look at Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Earlier this month, I had the honor of being invited to San Francisco to attend the North American leg of the Stormblood Media Tour. It was an incredible experience,
So
and I am
jealous.
very excited to share with you a little bit about what I learned. Before we dive in, I'd like to take a second to state that all of the content you are about to see is currently under development and subject to change. Because of this, I'm not going to be delving too deeply into potencies. They're not super important. This is a first look. It is not an in-depth guide. And I hope you guys understand. Thank you. That being said, let's kick things off by discussing the core mechanics of the new Samurai job. Samurai is a melee DPS that functions around the use of two separate gauges that allow for the execution of powerful abilities. Both of these gauges are charged through the use of weapon skills. There are three separate main weapon skill combos, two of which are 3-step and one of which is only 2 steps. Each combo begins with the same weapon skill before branching off into the different separate combos. The second step in both of the 3-part combos each apply their own individual buffs, the first of which is a flat damage up percentage and the other is a haste effect. The closing weapon skills of these 3 combos each grant their own individual Sen, Setsu, Getsu, and Ka. This is the first of 2 gauges that we will be discussing today. Before we discuss that, though, it is important to note that Yukikaze, the second step of the 2-part combo, also applies a slashing resistance down debuff. Sen allows for the execution of a special weapon skill known as Iaijutsu that changes depending on how many different Sen you currently possess. It is important to note that this weapon skill changes based solely on the number of Sen you have,
so that's
not which type you have. For example, if you have Setsu and Getsu, it will
What
execute the
in the
same
world was that
skill
move?
as if you had Ka and Getsu. 1 Sen allows for the execution of a damage over time effect. 2 Sen allows for the use of a frontal cleave AoE, and 3 Sen allows the use of a very potent single target attack. Keep in mind, the use of Iaijutsu.
Oh my god, look at that run animation.
And each of the Iaijutsu.
That freaking gap closer!
There is no animation lock included. So need to stress that because a lot of people were worried about there being animation lock involved with Samurai, and I can very comfortably say that is not the case. Much like any other caster, it functions in that once the cast bar finishes, you are free to move even while the animation is going on.
So pretty much it's essentially what a caster is
known as the Kenki gauge.
I will have no problem. What in the world is that skill that I saw there just now?
Any of Samurai's weapon skills, excluding Iaijutsu. The closing weapon skills of both of Samurai's 3-part combos are positional.
Oh my
However,
god,
instead of increasing
this job
damage
looks so
dealt
freaking
upon
mobile,
the successful execution of these positionals, they increase the amount of Kenki you gain from the abilities. Gecko is a rear combo, and Kasha is a side combo. Kenki can also be generated by use of the ability Meditate. However, this ability can only be used while in combat. You can no longer auto-attack, and any actions or movement taken during the channeling of this ability will cancel it. As such, this is an ability that is generally to be used when you are currently unable to attack an enemy or boss for whatever reason. That being said, Kenki can be expended in varying amounts to execute what is known as a Hisatsu. These are off-the-global cooldown abilities that have various different
that looked like that
there
was the assassin-like move.
One of which has special
I forgot it was called
to execute,
already.
Which I will discuss later. 1 line AoE attack, 1 AoE attack,
that skill right there
that increases the damage dealt by your next weapon skill by a significant percentage. Keep in mind, Iaijutsu is considered a weapon skill, so this can be used in conjunction. Samurai isn't without its mobility, however, and can expend Kenki to execute both a gap closer and a backstep.
Just looking at exactly how mobile the skill
and a very short
job
cooldown.
is ridiculous.
I saw a lot of people who were really worried about Samurai being slow and sluggish and having all these cast bars and not very agile, but in my opinion, Samurai is actually one of the most mobile, if not the most mobile, of the melee DPS.
From what I can see here, that literally looks like the case.
Whether you're charging in, or backstepping out, or even just using sprint now that it does not have a TP cost anymore. The backstep ability also combos into your ranged attack, increasing its potency over normal.
What in the world was that AoE skill? That looked beautiful.
Hit the enemy with a higher potency ranged attack, and then dash back in with your charge. Next up, let's talk a little bit about Samurai's AoE capability. To start, let's discuss the AoE combos. Both are two-step and branch from the same base weapon skill. Each finishing weapon skill also grants a different Sen. What this means is that you can execute one of the AoE combos, then you can execute the other,
that must have been Oka just now,
with the frontal cleave AoE Iaijutsu. This AoE rotation can also be supplemented with the AoE Kenki spender. Something interesting to note, however, is that every AoE ability besides the opening weapon skill and the Kenki spender has reduced damage for every additional enemy hit past the first target. Also note that the opening weapon skill of the AoE combos is a frontal cleave, whereas each of the finishing abilities is a circle AoE centered around the player. Last up, we will discuss the remaining
Jesus
abilities.
Christ, 4K!
Geha, which is Samurai's form of execute, much like Mercy Stroke or Assassinate.
Yep.
It can be used for 20% HP. It grants Kenki, and will grant additional Kenki if you land the killing blow with it. We also have Third Eye, which is Samurai's primary defensive cooldown. This is a relatively short-lived ability, lasting approximately 3 seconds. However, if you are hit by an attack in those 3 seconds, you will reduce its damage by 20% and gain access to the Open Eyes effect. Open Eyes grants usage of one of 2 new abilities. You can choose which one you use, however, when you use said ability, it will remove the Open Eyes effect. The first is a single target attack that spends Kenki.
Was that it just now?
The other is a high-potency self-cure. Next up is Hagakure, which is an ability that will allow you to convert any sen you currently possess into Kenki. 1 sen is 20 Kenki, 2 is 40.
Oh, so that was the
60.
animation just now.
And last, but certainly not least, we have one of Samurai's most iconic abilities, Meikyo Shisui. This ability allows for the execution of any weapon skill without meeting previous combo requirements. This means you can execute each of your combo finishers that grant sen back to back, fully generating a full stack in 3 GCDs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will more or less wrap up this video on Samurai. Before I have my closing thoughts, I'd like to say one more time, everything you saw in this video is currently under development and subject to change. So feel free to theorycraft, but don't be surprised if some things don't function the same as they do when I made this video. But before I
seriously
go,
hope
I'd like
that
to
it just
deviate a
stays the
little bit from my
same.
script
I
here
really wanted to.
and just kind of discuss the experience of going out to Cali.
Like this
how I
job,
felt playing
I
Samurai
swear,
and what
it's
my
just...
thoughts are on the job. First, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you here on YouTube, as well as those who watch over on Twitch. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys. And I'd also like to say thank you to everybody at Square Enix.
I am so jealous right now.
Made this a reality. It was incredibly humbling to fly out there, and everyone was so friendly, and the event itself was so well put together. Thank you so much for everything you've done. But I have to say, when I first found out I was going to be getting hands-on with Stormblood, Samurai was definitely at the front of my mind. I was very excited. And keep in mind, see, I've been a tank main for most of my Final Fantasy career, at least as far as 2.0 and beyond is concerned. I started 1.0, I was a monk main, or rather I ended as a monk main. I played monk a bit in 2.0 as well as ninja at the end, but for all of Heavensward I was a tank main, and I was just kind of set on tanking because none of the DPS really called out to me. Samurai, on the other hand, has completely shattered that illusion.
I would imagine that to be so.
Forever. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be a Samurai main now. It's so incredibly fun and refreshing. It's exactly what I wanted in a DPS. A lot of people were worried it was going to be slow and sluggish and not very flashy and have all these ugly cast bars, but honestly it felt absolutely amazing. The cast bars were not obtrusive, they were very quick, they felt very satisfying because the abilities themselves hit very hard.
Oh yeah.
As far as mobility goes,
For what I can tell.
would argue that Samurai is by far the most agile. It's very easy to dash around or backstep out, and using sprint now without incurring a TP penalty. Everything just felt really, really fluid and really quick and fast-paced. Of course, reserve your judgment for yourselves when you get a chance to play it. This is my own personal opinion. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And all I can say is get hyped because Stormblood is going to be out before you guys know it.
I seriously wish that was the case.
Absolutely amazing from what I've seen. So thank you so much for listening, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your days, and I will see you in the next video.
It seems like we have some gameplay here. Oh my god, I will never get tired of looking at that. We got an ad phase. Oh wow, the lag. This probably not the best idea to be there. I had a feeling this is literally freaking Cutter's Cry Sandworm. Only thing is that this one adds freaking invulnerability stacks. That's gonna be very interesting. We also have ooh, a damage down. Definitely gonna have to kill those immediately. Jesus Christ! Higginbana is literally 60-second damage over time? I can't believe I didn't even notice that. Oh, we have a form of petrification. I am sorry for the lag, guys. This is all due to my recorder and overall my Wi-Fi not being all that great. I really don't know why. I don't know what else to say to do this right now. So, actually, now that I think about it, what was the level of this dungeon? I think I saw level 63. So this must be level 63, and apparently this was part of a story in the dungeon. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this sort of reaction slide overview on Samurai. Again, want to go ahead and point out to go ahead and look at Ms. Tex and Very Merri's video and give them a like. Definitely appreciate what they have given us. This is definitely something that I have been waiting to see, and I am loving every second of it. With that, we have the next day we'll be taking a look at the tanks, which is pretty much the Paladin, Warrior, and then Dark Knight respectively. And I'll probably try to see whether or not if I can do some more videos, if I will have enough time to do so. But I will essentially be uploading those 3 by tomorrow, hopefully. No promises there, don't quote me on it. But yeah, I'll definitely see what I can do with that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I shall see you guys in the next video. And other than that, yeah, very nice day, nice night, nice morning, nice afternoon, nice. Well, you already know the deal. And chaos out.